can be cruel, poetic, or blind. But when it's denied, it's in violence you may find justice.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're discussing the ending of The Batman.
Bruce Wayne, the millionaire head of that disgusting, do-gooding Wayne Foundation. Delicious!
For this video, we're dissecting the ending of Matt Reeves' first Batman movie and what it could mean for future installments. You don't need to be a master detective to know that there will be spoilers. What did you think of The Batman? Let us know in the comments.
This is about a king, and Riddler's the match.
Tim Burton's Batman and Christopher Nolan's Batman Begins both ended on triumphant notes, with The Dark Knight saving the day. Reeves' foray into Batman takes a bleaker turn, with the Riddler essentially winning.
I've been trying to reach you.
The enigmatic villain successfully sets off a series of bombs around Gotham, flooding the city. While Batman saves newly elected Mayor Bella Real and numerous others, Gotham is thrown into turmoil when we last see it. With Carmine Falcone out of the way, Colin Farrell's Penguin is left in a prime position to step up as the new Kingpin and take over the vulnerable city.
Take it easy, sweetheart. Hear everything they say, ain't you?
The ending sets up a sequel that could draw inspiration from two well-known comic arcs.
I don't care what happens to me.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Published in 1999, Batman No Man's Land followed the aftermath of a 7.6 earthquake that hit Gotham. Just as the military arrives to provide aid at the end of The Batman, the comic storyline sees the US government evacuate Gotham and close off the city, declaring it No Man's Land.
For the last time, after the bridges blew and the government declared Gotham off limits, the city was up for grabs. Given over to criminals.
Numerous villains, including Penguin, remain behind to seize control. Elements of this story have carried over to other Batman properties like the Arkham City game, the Harley Quinn animated series, and even The Dark Knight Rises. Whereas The Batman primarily draws inspiration from The Long Halloween, the sequel may be Reeves' answer to No Man's Land.
We understand the situation.
You don't understand. If you did, you would do something. Just say we're on our own.
The ending of The Batman shares even more in common with Zero Year, which reworked the Caped Crusader's backstory for the New 52.
Riddler's latest. It's all about the Waynes. If we don't stand up, no one will.
This storyline also provides an origin of sorts for the Riddler, who blows up the city's reservoir and floods Gotham just like in Reeves' film. One difference is that Riddler temporarily takes over Gotham following the flood in Zero Year. The Batman sees the Riddler apprehended and locked up before Gotham is flooded.
Police! Hands up! Stay still!
The Riddler watches the madness unfold from his cell, but Gotham seems destined to forget about him after that. If the Riddler can find a partner in crime, perhaps he can make a comeback.
I'm just here to unmask the truth about this cesspool we call a city. You're part of this too.
At Arkham Hospital, the Riddler strikes up a conversation with another inmate in the adjacent cell.
You came. I've been trying to reach you.
While we hear the unnamed prisoner's voice, we only see parts of his face. The prisoner drops two major clues pertaining to his identity, however. He laughs maniacally and directly references a clown. While he doesn't have the green hair or white face yet, it is strongly implied that Riddler's new friend is going to be the Joker.
I can see that you're happy about that. Now, I must dash.
From Jack Nicholson to Heath Ledger to Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker has primarily acted as a lone wolf in his cinematic outings.
When we spoke earlier, you mentioned that this look is not a political statement. Is that right?
That's right, Mary. I'm not political. I'm just trying to make people laugh.
And how's that going for you?
A Joker-Riddler team-up would be a fresh approach for the sequel to take. Both characters have similar MOs, but they're just different enough to stand out from each other.
You're mad, Riddler. But the minute Batman spots her, he'll bop her with a batarang. You don't understand, Joker.
The pairing honestly makes more sense than Riddler and Two-Face in Batman Forever. It's worth noting that the Clown Prince of Crime plays an essential role in No Man's Land, establishing his own territory called Jokerville, kidnapping Gotham's babies, and killing Sarah Essen Gordon. Of course, we might be getting ahead of ourselves. It's not like the unnamed prisoner had a Joker card teasing his inevitable arrival.
Leaves a calling card. I'll look into it.
This character could be any number of Batman villains. While the Joker is the most obvious candidate, we could also see this being Calendar Man given this film's long Halloween ties.
So, a killer who only works on holidays. And it's December 24th.
Robert Pattinson even mentioned that he'd like for his Batman to fight Calendar Man someday. In one of his video messages, the Riddler drops a not-so-subtle reference to Hush, who is introduced as Dr. Thomas Elliot in the original comic arc. The animated adaptation of that 12-issue series reworked the character, making Hush and Riddler one and the same.
I needed a new persona. My true identity had to be kept hush-hush.
So a Riddler-Hush team-up wouldn't be out of the blue. Reeves has expressed interest in introducing a grounded version of Mr. Freeze as well.
Hello, Victor. How are you feeling?
How am I feeling? I'm locked in a freezer. How do you think I'm feeling?
We don't think the unnamed prisoner is Dr. Victor Freeze. If he were to pop up in the sequel, though, Gotham is flooded, which would make it easier to freeze. Pattinson, meanwhile, is hoping to see the Court of Owls in the sequel.
I would say the Court of Owls is merely a legend. A legend we are, but one rooted in fact.
Since this movie was heavy on conspiracies that go all the way to the top, the Court of Owls might be the next logical step. Maybe the unnamed prisoner has a connection to the court and will recruit the Riddler. Given the Riddler's state of mind, we also wouldn't be surprised if this new friend were a split personality, although that's really more of a Two-Face thing.
Fear. That's how we get respect. Show them all that we do things. We should be fair, though. This is a place of justice, after all.
Whoever the unnamed prisoner is, we're reportedly getting at least 2 Batman sequels and 2 HBO Max spin-offs. One series will focus on the Gotham City Police Department, which we find isn't completely corrupt, but still likely has some crooked cops on the mob's payroll.
Oh, he's not involved.
How do you know? He's a vigilante!
The other series shines the spotlight on Penguin, which could depict his ascension to power after the flood, or even explore his early days in crime. We also think there's real potential for a series centered on Zoe Kravitz's Selina Kyle, who departs from Gotham in the end.
Selina, don't throw your life away.
Don't worry, honey. I got 9 of them.
Batman remains behind to fight for Gotham, but the ending leaves us with an interesting question. Would Gotham be better off without Batman?
Black. And blue. And dead. All over.
During an interrogation, Riddler tells Batman that he inspired him to unleash hell. Batman says throughout the film that he's vengeance.
I'm vengeance.
His word choice comes back to haunt him towards the climax when one armed thug says that he's working on the side of vengeance. Although they have different definitions, both Batman and the Riddler seek vengeance throughout the film. In his quest for vengeance, Batman may have created an even greater threat.
The Riddler is asking for you.
The killer left this for the Batman. Why is he writing to you?
Despite this, Gotham becomes more accepting of Batman in the end. As he rescues several survivors from the flood, Batman is viewed less as a vigilante and more as a savior. If Bruce Wayne hadn't put on the cape and cowl, though, would there have been a flood to save people from?
If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. A post-credit scene presents us with one last question. On a computer screen with the Riddler's signature green font, it reads, "Goodbye," before the screen glitches out. it's safe to say that this won't be the last we see of the Riddler.
Quite an experience being riddled with questions, isn't it, Batman?
His final message could be hinting at a follow-up plan for after the flood. Since the Riddler either knows or is close to finding out that Bruce Wayne is Batman, we're sure he could do something sinister with that information.
Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were. Bruce Wayne.
If the Joker is the unnamed prisoner at Arkham, though, he and the Riddler are sure to differ on one thing. The Riddler always has a plan. Does the Joker look like a guy with a plan?
I'm a dog chasing cars. I wouldn't know what to do with one if I caught it. You know, I just do things.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.